Evening. Say evening to everybody.
No.
Evening. Evening. I'm taking you outside. Paul, are you not coming with me? Oh no, it's up to you. Hole doesn't want to come with me. No, I'm just going to do a bit of an intro out here.
Okay, fine, but the fudge is coming on top.
So Hole's busy eating fudge.
It's quite inspired to get a bum as big as Peppa Pig's.
Oh. Speaking of Peppa Pig.
Yeah, Miss Mable.
Here's little Miss Maybelline.
Oh my god, she wants a chocolate covered fudge bowl.
No, she can't have chocolate.
That's a step too far.
So we thought that we'd start this evening's live just out with Peppa and with Angel Eyes, who they're both out in the turnout here. But because it's quite windy,
we're going to have to move inside. It's also quite cold.
Oh, are you cold, Hole?
Well, I was more worried about you being old. I thought the cold might get in your bones and then you'd be dead for like 2 days.
Yeah, and then you'd have me off the yard, which you'd be happy about.
I mean, I'm not here tomorrow, so it doesn't really make any difference to me tomorrow, the state of you.
Yeah, thanks,
As for Friday, I mean...
Friday's exciting, it's Nero Day.
Oh, it is, yeah. Can you please show the monstrosity that are your fingernails?
No, because I'm going to hide those. I've had my nails done especially for Nero Day.
What have you come to?
They are kind of grim. But
yeah, they are.
I can't say that.
Well, no, the nail tech did an exceptional job,
yes,
but the colours, nobody could have made this
questionable. Yeah.
Did you choose the colours?
No.
Okay.
But they're appropriate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nero's a bit special anyway, so.
So are you.
I know.
In the nicest possible way. Now, because it is quite windy, although we've got a muffler on the microphone, we're going to take you inside because
just look at the comments.
Because see if anyone's with us and saying that they can't hear us.
I bet you were just talking to yourself.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we did that quite a bit earlier this week, didn't we?
We did.
But we're going to take you back into the Friendship Barn, where I'm afraid we haven't got a horse with us tonight, but at least you've got to see Peppa, and you are obviously going to see lots more in our other lives that we're planning to do.
Tara says hello, Peniel says hello, Diane says she's here, all the way in Australia.
Yeah.
Nancy says rainbow for Nero. Yes, Nancy. Yes, they are.
Am I going to have to show? I might show them at the end.
If you watch till the end, everybody, Tracy will show her nails. See, how's that for a hook?
Well, I'll tell you what. Do you want to tell us whether you can hear us okay, or whether the wind noise is a problem?
Yeah. Can you hear me eating my chocolate-covered fudge balls?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tamara got these, and she started eating them, but then she gave them to me because we like to share.
Yeah. Mabel wants to share. She heard the rattling. Now, my brief intro has ended up being quite long now.
Not that long.
Okay, well I haven't even started because the plan was... Oh, are we going in?
Yeah, I'm going to do that cameraman thing. We're walking and filming.
Okay, well let me just make sure that it's focusing in the right way. Okay, so my plan was to start tonight's live.
I can't sing. No, there we go. I'm videoing you.
To start tonight's live with hold on. This is going well. Really, with a very important birthday message to Anne in Canada. If you're watching this, I just want to say a massive happy birthday. You've just celebrated your 90th birthday, and I'm just going to turn this round so that we can see everybody else. There you go. And sorry, I'm afraid we're probably a bit echoey now, but we are out of the wind. So, Anne, yesterday I received your wonderful letter and your very kind gift. I'm not going to say too much because I don't know if you want me to, but I'm just going to say that your gift for the horses and your really, really kind and lovely message was perfectly timed. So I think happy birthday, happy 90th from all of us here. Now, this week I'm going to do the boring bit now. Figures, that sort of thing, and I needed to get the quarterly account up to date. I don't have a bookkeeper for this, so I do all the accounts myself and leave the accountants just to do the important end of year submissions. It's a boring job that has to be done. The accountants are busy working on changing the structure of what we do at the moment to help streamline the accounting, but I'm going to tell you more about that once it's in place. Now, as much as I would rather be out and about, especially now the sun is shining, and isn't it glorious, we're not in a position to employ a bookkeeper or anyone else, in fact, for that matter, not right now. So the good thing about getting up to date with the accounts is it's allowed me the opportunity to share with you a few details on where your contributions have been going. I don't, and Tamara's stressed to me, I don't want to overcomplicate it like I do a lot of things, or we'd be here all night. But I hope you'll find it interesting to know some of the costs that are involved in what we're doing here. Now, a lot of you won't have had the chance to watch the latest video that I probably uploaded in the early hours of this morning, where I put some of those figures together. So I thought this evening, before we get into the fun part of the raffle, which is why you've all joined us, to find out who's winning.
And see Tracy's nails.
No, you're not seeing that. No, you can. I thought I'd share some of the figures that we've had to spend over the winter period from November to February. So it's a 4-month period. But what I should say is that you should all feel hugely proud and satisfied that you've got us through this winter, which has been a particularly costly one. And without your support, we would have had to cut a lot of corners and make a large number of compromises. We ran our winter fundraising campaign, and with the help of our anonymous donor and obviously each and every one of you, we hit the target of 20,000. Thank goodness. With Nero, Bear, Mable and Hida all needing additional care and treatment, our vets' bills really did escalate. So we ran a second fundraiser, and again, thanks to all of you, we reached the target of 10,000. And it was because of this that I made the promise to do everything that we can to make sure that Nero, our rainbow boy, has a home here for life at the sanctuary. But we'll cover more about that on Friday, which is obviously, as we said earlier, Nero Day, which I know you're all looking forward to. It's a really exciting time for us right now, and I have to say a special thank you to Tara Cohn, who I know you're with us, so good evening, Tara, because Tara has generously gifted us the funds to get the dream onto paper. So we're going to be able to share visuals with you rather than me just trying to waffle away and explain the concept of what it is we're trying to create here, not just for the horses, but for our visitors. But aside from that, going back to the costs, I'm just going to run through some of those costs that we've had over winter, which exclude some of the day-to-day expenses. But obviously, if anyone's got any questions or you'd like more detail, feel free to ask. And if I can answer them, I will do. If not, then I'll get back to you when I can. But basically, the following costs I'm going to tell you about are what we've incurred over a 4-month period. So I know winter's 3 months, but we're talking 4 months. Our veterinary costs, approximately £10,000. Transport, horse box repairs and servicing, £5,000. Upgrading the feeding areas in the fields, roughly about 4,000. The horses' hard feed and the additional haylage we needed to buy in, just short of 4,000. Resurfacing our hay hole. That you're not allowed to laugh at that hole. So where we keep our haylage, that came to just under 3,000. It was 2,700. Our bedding costs for the stables, and we don't have that many, 2,500. Extending the Wi-Fi around the farm, so that we can bring you more footage. Now, this was very, very kindly sponsored by Lindsay and Bessie, but the cost of that was $2,500. The next one is a little bit uncomfortable, and it's something that I never really like to talk about too much, and I've put it down as labour costs. But just as I never like to say that we have staff or we have uncomfortable, as a has to live, so there are costs.
No, sorry, I like the way Jodie has often talked about it to me, and the way she sees it, her coming in here, because obviously she's got her own animals back at home. She sees it that she does what she does with the horses here, and then in exchange you give her, well, obviously the business pays her money, but then that then enables her to put it back into the sheep. So rather than money for time, it's like her being here with the horses, which is what she loves anyway, then enables her to provide for the sheep. So it's like an exchange of...
Yeah, and that's just life for everybody. But I think I find it uncomfortable because, you know, somebody said to me the other day, you know, what's your job title?
We don't have those. We make it up as we go along.
We don't because you know, I'm not anyone's boss. Hole thinks she's my boss.
Yeah. No,
Which
we all know Tamara's the real big boss.
No, she's not. She is away from this little area.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
she can tell us as many times as she likes that she doesn't like the horses trashing all the grass at the edge of the arena. But
or my daffodils.
No, they haven't trashed your daffodils. And in fact, I got some beautiful video of your daffodils today that I'll share.
And really, the horses, they rule a roost. I mean, we don't let them rule a roost because they have to respect us, but it's their needs that govern what gets done each day and how we go about doing everything.
Yeah.
It's not like we just get told to do things. It's like, well, this one needs that one needs that. Cool, that's what we're doing today. Oh no, someone's decided to common access.
Yeah. But yeah, so as I say, you know, staff costs, labour costs are an uncomfortable thing to talk about, and we do have volunteers who help us out from time to time, but the core team is us. Hull, Jodie, Frey, myself and Tamara. Now, those costs over winter have been in the region of £11,000.
We're not cheap.
But that's really not a true reflection on the hours put into making it all happen. And in reality, that figure should be substantially higher. And as I've said, you know, a lot of work is done on a voluntary basis. Without going into too much details, Tamara and I don't take a wage from the funds raised, either from donations or from visitors, I can't even speak now, who are coming to the farm. We work on the basis that we've got a home here for life, we're blessed to live here, and everything we do is in exchange for that opportunity of living where we do. It's why we rent out the main farmhouse to cover some of the day-to-day running costs of the farm, as that's all run separately from what we do with the horses. But thankfully Tamara deals with all of that, so I don't have to worry about it. Well, no, I do have to worry about it, but she worries about it most. And I know that she's been working on a video to explain a lot more, because bookings have been slow, running costs are constantly increasing, as they are for everybody. But one of her priorities this year is to get a mortgage in place so that we can rebuild the shippen. That's the building without a roof behind the house. And we're looking to build that as a place for us to live, rather than the static that we're in at the moment.
And sorry, can we just note for legal reasons, it's staff accommodation.
Well, we are staff effectively, even though I don't like the term staff.
No, that's what I'm getting at though, because that's where the staff is living, therefore it is staff accommodation.
Well, it is,
just in case any planners are watching this.
Is it staff or staff?
No, so it's staff. Any further, if you're below Birmingham, you can say staff, but up here it's staff.
Okay, staff.
Yeah.
But you know, when that happens, that's going to allow us to move out of the static caravan, which we love the view. You love working from there, but you know it's not a good long-term solution
No, the
for
shower's
us.
terrible.
Yeah, the shower is bad.
Yeah,
The mould
The mould and the damp.
in the bedrooms.
Yeah.
Also, when I house sit, I'd prefer to house sit in the shipping than to the static. So I don't really care about Tracy and tomorrow having a nice home to live in. I just like somewhere nice for me to house sit.
Well, actually, we weren't going to put Hol in it. We were actually going to use it for workaway helpers, for volunteers to come.
The static, yes.
Yeah, but when I house it, when you go away.
Which
Okay.
is what, twice a year?
Yeah, when I
Yeah.
house it.
What, for 2 nights at a time?
I thought you said you'd sleep in a shed.
No.
You did. At one point, Hol said that she'd sleep in a cardboard box.
Yeah.
She upgraded to the houses, by Vive.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, the plan is that once we've got somewhere more permanent to live, that we can look at having more voluntary helpers here, just to help with day-to-day stuff around the farm. And we've had wonderful people here over the years, haven't we? You know, it would be nice to do that again. You know, just for even things like, strimming. As much as Tamara loves to strim, it's massively time-consuming. Taking down brambles, everything to do with just keeping the farm in good shape. Anyway, I'm digressing.
Yeah.
I should try and keep on track.
Yes.
As always. So every donation all helps towards giving the horses their best lives with us. And big or small, we value each and every one of all your donations, messages of support, and thanks for what we're doing. And the more we get those, the more it gives us the confidence and belief in our mission of what we're doing. So I hope that that's been useful, giving you a little bit of an idea of some of the costs that are involved in keeping the place running. I know, and I've always beaten myself up about it for years, that it's not a financially viable thing to be doing. It's really not. But because all of you are giving us such confidence and belief in the value of what we're sharing with you and how much you enjoy it, we're going to keep doing it. As long as you're loving it, we're going to keep doing it. And one way or another, this year, we will get those plans on paper, we will build the dream, and we will find a way to rebuild this farm so that it can become a sanctuary and a destination that's going to support the Frisians and anyone who wants to come along and share it for years to come. But again, that's a whole other story that we'll go into when we look at doing our much bigger fundraiser that we're going to have to do to make this all happen.
Yeah.
Shall I stop waffling now? Yeah, okay. It's time to move on to the really important part, which is the raffle. So, little Maybelline, little Peppa Pig.
Who's outside in the dark.
Yeah.
It's not that dark yet, actually.
I know, it's really exciting because now, the next couple of weeks, we'll be able to make the Wednesday night lives, the live hacks, which I think I've talked about before. And so the plan is for me to take Ren out on a regular basis, isn't it?
Yeah, J-Lo.
Yeah.
She's been enjoying today, actually. Her and him, they often just come up to the yard and just potter about, and they enjoy something. I think it's important to do that. I think the rest of them, like, Joe can just get irritating. Nika's quite needy. Yodel's constantly telling everyone what to do. Micah has mood swings.
No,
And
Micah's
goes
been
on.
lovely the last couple of
And
days.
Dalston's just pretty vacant, so I think it's nice for Eva and the two parents just to leave the children in the field for a little bit and just relax.
Oh, honestly, it has been true heaven on earth here today.
Yeah.
The times that I've bobbed out of the office, lots of them walking around the yard.
Although
just
Hannah's had to be put back in his house with Mable because they expected free privileges.
To be honest, maybe a little generous about Mabel's the right word. Her respect of the freedom privileges,
Yeah,
and she wasn't respectful
I
because
didn't even know where she'd gone because I was just pootling around, doing the turnout. I went to the field, and then Freya rings me. Do you know where Mabel is? No.
I heard her, and she'd run down to the boys because she loves the
How
boys.
much of a
Flirt.
yeah,
Tart.
yeah, flirt she is. But guess what? It's 2024, and if women want to flirt, we definitely can. I don't know because I can't be bothered and I don't know how to.
Oh, you don't need to flirt, oh.
I know.
Anyway, have we got any? Are there any questions that have come up that I need to answer, or I should try and answer now? Because the only problem with a live is that comments that go on once the live ends, then they disappear. So I can't answer anything.
We've got good luck all from Christine. Anytime your others work. Okay. Oh yeah, someone's saying wear a helmet. Okay.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm just going to pick up on that because I know that there's a few people who've said about me wearing a helmet when I'm working with Nero, and I completely get it, but I'm handling horses on the ground all the time, and I know he is a bit more lively, and yeah, maybe I should. But it's not something that I do on a regular basis unless I'm getting on them. And if you saw the video where he knocked me over, it was completely unintentional. He could have very easily stood on me if he'd wanted to. He could have very easily run off. But it took him as much by surprise as it did me. And yes, if he did something, if he hurt me, it would be accidental. And accidents can happen at any point when you're doing anything, and it's usually in the most unlikely circumstances. So if I were to wear it when I'm working with him, then by rights I should be wearing it when I'm working with all of the others, and I should insist that everybody who visits the yard when they're around the horses should be wearing a helmet, because accidents do happen. And I know it's about minimising the risk. And I can't say that I will wear a helmet, and I can't say that I won't. I take every day as it comes. But you know, thank you. I do appreciate your comments on that, and I do appreciate people's concern. But anyway, sorry, going back to the other questions.
Lisa says she's going to become a permanent workaway #2 strimmer.
Wonderful. That's excellent news, Lisa.
When are you coming next, Lisa?
Yeah, and then Gretchen, greetings from...
Hi, Gretchen. Have we got Ruth as well?
Mara's joining us on here.
Excellent, that's fine. If there's no questions, that's no problem. If you have got any questions, obviously post them afterwards, and if I can't answer them on YouTube, then we'll try and answer them in another video. But let's find out who's winning the Mable scarf. Should we start with the scarf? So,
Yeah.
Created another beautiful creation by Wendy. Is that your drum roll?
Wait.
You've just definitely got it now.
I'm doing a drum roll.
87.
Okay. 87. You know, let's have a bit of
Fun. You were having fun and flair in here the other night for Hol's birthday.
It was actually last Wednesday. It wasn't the other night. It was a week ago.
Was it?
Yeah, I'm 20 now, everyone.
You're
I'm old.
20 in a week. You're no more mature than you were when you were 19. Right, okay.
Right, okay. The winning number is...
Am I reading or is Freya reading?
Oh, 27.
Lisa S.
Lisa S.
S. Well done. I so desperately want to be nosy and see which Lisa it
Yeah,
is.
this is really going to be bugging Tracy.
I know, the control
Well done,
freak in me.
Lisa.
Huge congratulations, Lisa S. We'll get that shipped off to you tomorrow.
It's stunning. Absolutely stunning.
It is
So,
beautiful.
Yeah.
Just like little Maybelline herself. And a huge thank you to Wendy. You know, Wendy has made these scarves and tote bags for us for a number of years to help raise funds for the horses, and they've gone to some wonderful homes out there, so I hope you're going to enjoy that.
And they're particularly special as well because a lot of them contain a very in sheep's wool, so a green bank horse scarf with a green bank sheep.
Yeah, and each horse's colour.
Yeah. If you like, we can start plucking Tracy's hair out and weaving a bit of that into
You don't have to pluck it out. I can just take it out of all the vacuums.
We'll take it
all the vacuums.
I'm sure many of you have
Oh,
seen.
that's weird.
I'm sure many of you have seen the charms
Ignore
that
her.
we're selling now with the horse's hair in the pots and a charm.
I've actually got some of these.
Yeah,
You know,
we
might
can
be
do
onto something
yeah,
there.
Tracy hair.
No!
And then, you know, everyone, what charm do you think would best suit all of our personalities to sell with these? So you
But
can
everyone's
have
going to see my nails now. You might as well see my
a Holly
nails.
hair charm, a Tracy hair charm, a Tamara hair charm.
What would you have?
A nut.
Oh my god, what we could do is for yours, when your eyelashes are due again, we could just put in a jar, a Freya hair jar, a Jodie hair jar, a Bailey hair jar.
No, it's just weird.
Can we instead look at just you all being sponsored, like people sponsor the horses?
I like the
Yeah.
idea of sponsoring Holly and Jodie.
And Freya.
And Freya.
Yeah.
I think that's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then it might destroy our self-esteem, because what if Jodie got like...
More than you.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would as well.
Yeah. Or what if like Freya got them all and nobody sponsored me or Jodie?
Oh.
I know. Poor little...
Poor you.
Yeah, poor me.
We
poor
can't
me.
have your self-esteem being knocked.
We can't.
No. Shall I show you the little charms?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't
so
see the
cute.
camera. I need to come and touch the camera so that you can see. Right. So this is the little Nero charm. So if you've not seen already, these have been made by Angela, again to support the horses, and they're available for sale on the website. So this has Nero hair in the little glass jar at the bottom, a little rainbow heart to match his colours, and a little silver Tibetan horse for luck. Now, there's not many left from this batch, so get your orders in quick, and we don't obviously want to take all his hair away, but there will, because if he had no tail hair, that would be very bad. So, but we will be having, Angela is going to make some more of these as we go. Anyway.
We just had Maureen coming late. In here because some make noise walking around, so we maybe turn outside with Hannes, but
We could try and take out a little. Oh, hold on. See, I've lost the. So just before we move on to Diane creation of beautiful quilt, we'll see little Mable out here in the dark.
She's always so excited when she catches the light.
Who said that?
Stephanie.
Oh, Stephanie.
And yes, Katie, we'll get to the blanket in a bit.
So, oh look, Holmes brought her light out.
Yeah, kind
So
of.
I don't know whether you can see her on there, but there's little Maid.
I mean, not really, but she's here. That's
She is.
the point.
I'll tell you what we'll do is as soon as we've done the draw for the quilt, we'll take you round to see Nero.
Yeah, and Sid. Whose
You
actual
can't-
name is Ted.
Yeah, sorry.
Or Teddy.
We
Or Vibram.
there have been a few comments about this, the fact that we're confusing everyone with all the names.
But you see, the
Yes.
thing is, if you become a die-hard follower, you'll understand whether it's your own fault or not, unless you're new here, then we forgive you.
She's so unforgiving. So yes, Vibram is bear or teddy bear or Ted or Sid.
Too many.
Oh,
I call him Teddington.
Oh, and
Okay,
Teddington.
Teddington.
So he has the most names out of all the horses. Anyway, we're going to move on to the quilt because I'm sure there's lots of people excited.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, let me get my trunk back out.
No, don't, because you'll upset Tamara and then she'll slap you around the face.
Okay, it's for the drum roll, for dramatic effects.
Okay.
Have you drawn it? Wait, if you give me a signal when you've drawn a number, like...
We have a slight query.
Oh, okay.
I believe we thought the first raffle was
I
the
thought
quilt.
the quilt was the first one.
So Lisa S has won the quilt one.
Ah.
Yeah, because I got confused. I thought they started talking about a scarf.
Right.
I got confused.
Okay. Accidents happen.
They do.
And I think the fact that we've
called out
we've-
Lisa's name.
yeah. So
She is the winner of
So-
the quilt.
actually, Lisa, if you're watching this,
Yeah.
you have won that very, very beautiful quilt.
And both are equally beautiful and representative of Miss Mable, so either one can be taken home with absolute pride.
Yeah. But just to remind you, so Freya has a spreadsheet on her computer.
Two spreadsheets.
Two spreadsheets, one for the scarf and one for the quilt. And Freya gave the number of entries for the quilt. So apologies, that was the quilt that we drew first, and we're going to do the scarf next.
We actually did it deliberately just for a bit of dramatic effect to increase viewer engagement.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know where it comes from.
No.
So you're going to go now.
What layers have you got?
2
Yeah.
to 40.
So this is number.
Oh, there's a look. Did you see the look?
Sorry.
Number 2 to 40 for the scarf.
Go on, quick, do a drum roll.
And the winner of the scarf is number 34.
Well done, number 34. And also, you're a bit delayed on that. I could have fit in another drum on that.
Is the right?
Number
I
34.
don't think is this the right one? Is this the scarf
Yeah.
one? Are you sure?
And to go with it, we
And
can
she's-
have
she's
this
okay.
as she's...
Okay. So Virginia R.
Virginia,
Well done, Virginia. And
congratulations.
to go with this very special prize, you can also have a quote from page 34 of The Boy, the Mole and the Fox and the Horse book.
Said that too quickly, Hol.
The boy, the mole, the fox and the horse.
Can people hear?
Most of the old moles I know wish they had listened... Oh, I'm chuckling through this right. Most of the old moles I know wish they had listened less to their fears and more to the dreams.
Do you think you should have read it before you started?
Yeah, probably. Okay, it's fine, we'll have another one, do over. Imagine how we would be if we were less afraid.
I'm always afraid of you. I never know what's going to come out of your mouth.
Well, imagine how it would be if you were less afraid.
So, Virginia and Lisa, you are both the very, very lucky winners of our raffle. They've raised a wonderful amount of money, which all goes towards everything we do here. With all of those costs that I spoke about earlier, it's been a huge help. And thank you to everybody who made an entry, and to all of you who also did a carrot donation or a feed donation alongside your raffle entry. Now, I think that probably brings us to a close, because there's only so much that we can waffle on before we bore you silly.
But we also need to, before we go, obviously go around to the barn.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah. Just so that you get some horses before we
I
go.
might just take you off the stand.
Oh, you could just take this off, and then it'd be easier to
I was
move.
just thinking without the legs.
It's a real faff to take it off.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
far easier to leave it on.
I mean, I've come.
Sorry, it is another thing that Lindsay has very kindly offered to do for us. Is we are looking at getting a lot of cameras installed outside so that we can bring you more lives. But you'll have seen we bought a couple of lives. You might need to. I think that's not working, Paul.
Yeah, that's why I was going to take it off.
Okay. Do you think everybody's doing the seasick here?
Good, that's still part of the plan.
Hol's just unwinding the GoPro from the stand. Sorry, you have to look at my mug while she's doing that.
Give us a side profile.
It is a fact.
It's fine, we're coming far.
Okay, we're just going to take you round.
There we go.
Just don't press the off button on the top.
I
by
will not.
accident. So we're going to take you round to see Nero.
Well, I had to pick it up, otherwise it was going to fall over. Yeah, sorry, I just nearly knocked the stand over, so I had to go and pick it up. So now it's dark.
Sorry, we're so professional. So we're all in darkness at the moment.
Because the boys are in bed.
So there we go.
There's Beebs. There's little Teddy. Hello,
There's
friend.
Bear. He's doing just an update on him. He's obviously had both of his joints medicated. He had his second round of shockwave therapy on Friday, which reminds me that's one of the jobs I need to do tomorrow, is book in the next one, because he's got to have one more round of shockwave therapy, and that an analgesic effect on him, so it helps him comfortable through his back legs. Still rests leg from time to time, but we put the Arc Equine on him just to give him a little bit of support. Taking every day, each day as it comes, but he seems really happy and comfortable mooching around the yard, getting to grips with what it's like to have those freedom privileges around here.
And learning not to dig holes and poo outside the friendship barn.
Yeah, which he's doing.
Which Annie's fault, because she was outside the friendship barn and we's out there, and now they all think it's acceptable. There's a cat.
We did have a little bit of a, some of you may remember
We had a catastrophe.
A catastrophe, I like that.
A catastrophe.
We'll go in with you because it's windy. So Sharon, who's one of our big, we worried that we'd lost her, but fortunately she is hiding somewhere in the office. We just can't see her a lot of the time, but she's definitely come out and used her dirt tray. Sorry.
No, sorry. Tamara's just come in and she's going to answer a question, because we've had a question from one of the viewers.
Oh, wonderful.
Woo!
Freya says, oh, that's
Sorry.
Yes. No. Yeah. Can I take control of the camera?
Why?
Sorry, because it's bothering me, the speed that it's moving around.
Okay, I'll keep it smoother.
Sorry, Freya just told me there was a comment mentioning about solar lights on the yard, and I just wanted to say we've tried all sorts of solar lights around the farm. There are some that work some of the year, and others are just absolutely rubbish. Because what I found this winter is that a lot of the solar lights, because we haven't had enough good quality daylight, these solar lights come on for half an hour in the evening and then stop working. So that's a great idea, and I am very much for solar powered if possible, but unfortunately I don't think until we get longer daylights in the winter, unfortunately it's not suitable.
Excellent.
That's my review.
Thank you. Yeah.
Anyway, Nero is being quite cheeky here because he just wants lots of attention and pampering, so I'm going to stand away from him so that he can't nibble me. He's getting quite frustrated with obviously being in. I'm hoping that you can hear because we've obviously got wind noise here. Friday is Nero Day, so we're going to be starting the live at 12 o'clock. And we're going to have the cameras live on him in the turnout for his first opportunity for a little bit of freedom since his surgery, and he's desperate for it, as you can see. And then we'll be taking this off.
Yeah. No more weirdy beardy.
Yep, so that's all coming off. Are we going to do his legs as well?
I think we should start with just his face. You know, let's not go crazy. One step at a time.
Okay.
Even though you've got your maniac nails on at the moment.
I know, look at those.
Yes.
I've got Nero nails, especially for the occasion.
Also, sorry about the lighting in here. It's because it's a bit dark at the moment. It's a little bit, might be unflattering.
Oh,
did you just fall over a cat?
I did just.
That's the closest.
Look, you can see Hol instead.
Yeah.
Look, she looks good in the dark.
Yeah, because you can't actually see my face.
we can see your face.
Yeah, let's do this a bit much.
Okay, so I think that's
That's a wrap, everybody.
that is a wrap.
Yeah, yeah.
What kind of wrap? Or is that what you're having for dinner? You haven't eaten anything today, have
A
you?
chicken Caesar salad wrap. I have
Oh, yeah.
got my little chocolate fudge ball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah. Do you want one?
No, thank you.
Okay.
I had half the package earlier.
Yeah.
Tamara's hiding around the corner. Anyway,
And Freya's hiding in the friendship barn.
Yeah.
She's working smarter because she's still under the heat lamp.
yeah, that's true. So that's it from us for tonight. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll give you a picture of Nero to finish.
And enjoy the rest of your evening, afternoon, or morning, depending on where you are in the globe.
Absolutely, and we'll see you on Friday.
Oh, but remember, whatever time it is, it's not too early to start drinking.
Drinking water.
Yeah. Well, I meant because some people will be watching this enjoying a glass of wine. Because, sorry, I'm just eating the chocolate at 7 p.m. in the evening. But maybe there's other people that would like to watch this in the evening with a glass of wine, but they can't because time zones don't allow. And if that's the case and it's 7 a.m., just imagine it's the evening and just have a glass of wine anyway. All inclusive.
Shall I get you a glass of wine for the next live?
Please don't.
No, it's going to be 12 o'clock midnight.